this is the part I was looking the most forward to on the program. Looking
Which we
at
have like 10 or 15 minutes for.
what I'm here for. Hey, I can't control the Duncan Elijah talk. All right, I can't control.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're looking at our all NBA Christmas teams. Right. This is, as we've done through this whole podcast. This is strictly based on these players' performance on Christmas Day. I think that's extremely important to note. I'll have all the teams listed one by one on your screen. That'll be available as we kind of go through it here. But who wants to start talking about their team? Just giving an overview.
I'll start.
All right.
So my first team is Oscar, Jerry West, Scotty Pippen, LeBron James, and Wilt Chamberlain. All right, but I really want to go into Oscar Robertson in general because to me, he's the greatest Christmas performer of all time, and I don't think it's that close. So he's averaging 31 and a half points, 12 assists, 8.6 rebounds per game.
Yeah.
This was during 11 games because one of the games they didn't calculate it or whatever. So I like literally went back and did all the math.
Yeah.
For the first 7 years, he averaged 30 plus points on Christmas. So he, like, when it was Christmas time, he was ready to start whooping ass.
Yeah, he played 12 years on Christmas Day, which is a lot.
Yeah, that was like top 5
stuff.
all time.
Yeah.
Like in terms of amount of players with amount of Christmas games.
Yeah.
And 6 of those first years, he had 13 plus assists.
Wow.
Everything. So he literally was just dominating on Christmas. So to me, it's not even close. Oscar Robertson, greatest Christmas performer of all time. All right. Jerry West, he averaged 32 points a game, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. I recalculated and went back. Some of them is just like 4 games. And oh, my bad, I forgot to mention, Oscar was 8-4 on Christmas. He played 12 games. He won 8. Jerry West 5-1. Scotty Pippen, the only player on my list, and I think on anybody's list, that's 7-0 on Christmas. Averaged 23 points a game, 9 rebounds. I'm just rounding. 6 assists, 3 steals, and almost 2 blocks a game.
Yeah,
7-0. That he's arguably up there. I just think the Oscar thing is crazy.
That's who I have. That's who I have over Oscar personally. I would have Oscar on that list in some, definitely no lower.
Oscar almost played double his games though. That's the only thing is like he almost played double his games and he's almost averaging the triple double on Christmas.
Yeah,
like
this is what I think is so fascinating about it though. Is like if we went into this and you didn't have a sense of this ahead of time, you would think like, okay, greatest Christmas Day performers. You would think Magic, you would think Steph, like those would be the point guards you think. You'd be like, no, Oscar, like not Bird, not some of these other small forwards. Pippen, like Pippen was nuts.
It's crazy, yeah. And Will obviously with his ridiculous 32 and 25, 5-1 on Christmas. LeBron James is to me like I was stuck between LeBron and my other guys, but I just went LeBron because of the longevity and everything. Pretty much 26 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 10 and 5 on Christmas. MJ Wade, Kevin Durant, T-Mac, and Bill Russell. I just want to say one thing about T-Mac because it's just amazing. T-Mac is the only guy with 3 games played, but he just completely dominated on Christmas with his 3. 2-1, but he just straight up dropped buckets for everybody. That's like what you want to see on Christmas. So
that's that. Of those 3 games, last thing on T-Mac, of those things, of those 3 games, 2 of them here are in the top 10 for greatest game score in the history of a Christmas Day game. Like filling the stat sheet, absolutely filling it up. One of these is a shootout against LeBron James during LeBron's rookie year,
which I considered for the best Christmas Day game
for
ever.
Sure.
That T-Mac game was right up there because he almost had like a 40+ point triple double.
Yeah, 41, 8, and 11 with 3 steals and a block. Savage.
Yep.
And 5 threes.
Freaking monster.
Yeah, I really wanted to put him on my first team. I'll go next. I really wanted to put him on my first team, but the amount of games played definitely factored into my decision for sure.
Yeah, same.
Like, so I have. First of all, we gotta have a conversation really quick. We gotta have a talk because I'm looking at two people who are confessed Kobe super fans, and he's played more games on Christmas than any player ever. And he's your favorite.
He's the all-time leading Christmas scorer.
And neither of you fucking have him on your first team. I thought this would be the one unanimous guy for sure. It would be Kobe. I thought it definitely would be Kobe. His record's not great, admittedly. Yeah. But he does, to your point, he's at the top of these all-time Christmas lists. And he is, during my era, like my childhood of watching basketball, he was synonymous with a Christmas Day game. Like, knew I was going to see Kobe every year. Like,
wait, to be fair, just to argue, because Johnny has nothing to say because he's just a traitor. But me, I at least, bam! Ooh, guys. Ooh, bam! You see my jersey?
So now you've become the invisible boy.
You see that?
Hold this black
bam!
It won't fucking
gave you that Lower Marion. I was at least showing Kobe love throughout this whole pod. So, Johnny's a traitor. I was there with you at heart, Kobe.
Listen. I love Kobe, but I'm also loyal to facts. Okay, and Oscar Robertson, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, Jerry West. You tell me those Christmas performers. Dwayne Wade was 10-3 and put up monstrous.
Yeah, I have Wade also.
Jerry West was averaging 32.2, and Jerry West was an underrated defender. I'm sure he was great on those Christmas games as well.
Yeah.
Second highest points per game average in Christmas Day history was Jerry West, 5-1 record. Jordan was 5-1. Jordan's stats are kind of subpar compared to what he normally does, but they're still better than Kobe's. Kobe's was 6-10. Like, dude, I can comfortably say, as a Laker fan, as a Kobe fan, we suck on Christmas. We absolutely suck on Christmas, and Kobe's a part of that, dude. There was we just didn't show up some days. I freaking remember Miami blowing us the frick out and us freaking throwing our foam fingers onto the court. And honestly, I might have too. I'm going to be like, have my foam fingers. I'm freaking done with seeing us suck on Christmas. These are not the gifts I want. So, yeah. So, anyway, you get a little rage out of me because it's like, yeah, we suck on Christmas, and Kobe was a part of it. I don't get it. Maybe it's because we're playing 7:30 p.m. games in L.A., and now they're making us play at frickin' noon on Christmas Day, and we're just not adjusted to that. I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Three of those games were against the Heat when the Lakers were straight up trash, though. So that's not like
three of
in
those
reality.
Games,
I would give Kobe more of a 6 and 7 record.
You take those 3 games away, he still has a losing record. He's 6-7. Like,
yeah, I know.
What the heck, Kobe? He doesn't like Christmas. Okay,
he has one bullshit loss on freaking Derrick Rose with that stupid ass teardrop. I wanted to freaking murder Derrick. I was so happy.
Yeah, when Kobe's freaking raging and wants to murder a ref when he just got straight up blocked cleanly. I remember that. Kobe's apparently not even smart on Christmas either, because I remember that. He looks at the ref. He's like, "What the heck? You should have called that clean block a foul." I was like, no, Kobe, you got stuff because everybody knew it was going to you and you suck on Christmas. So, anyway.
Time out. Let's continue on because we want to argue right now and I don't want to.
Listen.
To control myself.
We're more on the same page than you realize. Your love for Kobe is kind of clouding your vision. My love for Kobe is just making me mad because I'm like, why did you let me down every Christmas? I was expecting more. Like, what the heck?
That is amazing.
Like we just talked about, one of our favorite, greatest games ever was Kobe missing a game winner. Just doesn't work out for Kobe on Christmas.
But it was not fair.
This is something I had to look up really quick. It's been a theme on our show, and I just speak people sucking on Christmas. I had to look it up. 13 points per game for Curry, a 2-time MVP, shooting 30% from the field and 20% from 3. What an embarrassment.
Okay, we'd agree on this. Kobe would dominate Curry on Christmas, just absolutely destroy him.
I just wanted to say Kobe was straight up ass cheeks on Christmas. But I digress. Let's keep on.
let's do this. Let's do this quick. We'll wrap the show with this. Do you think we can come up with a definitive for all of us, all NBA Christmas first team? Because I think we can. I think we all like Dwayne Wade for the guard spot. I think most of us are good on that. You would take both the old guys over. I can't agree with that. I would have to put Dwayne Wade in there. 10 and 3
I could see, because I have Wade on my second team and Jordan on my first team.
Yeah,
I could bump up Wade to first. I'd be okay with that ahead of MJ.
Yeah. I have Jordan on my. I have that exact situation. Jordan on my second and Wade on my first. Just because we were talking about record, we're talking.
We keep it Oscar because Oscar is one that I'm not.
Oscar's staying. Yeah. So all right.
Oscar. I'm cool with Wade. I'm cool with Wade over Jay West. I don't really like him anyway.
Okay. Well, here's the hard part. What are the forwards? First team forwards.
Scotty's 100%.
LeBron, Scotty Pippen, and LeBron for me. For sure.
T-Mac's got to be in there.
Can't be.
He just played 3 games, though. That's the only thing. LeBron
but he's freaking Brian Scalabrine on steroids when he is in there. I mean, I understand, he's only, got 3 games under his belt, but that's not his fault. Schedule T-Mac some more. He's box office on Christmas. You did everything he could. He looks like the greatest ever if all you could see is him on Christmas,
I thought about having him on my first team, but because all these guys played so many more games than he did, it makes a difference. We're talking about record. You're talking about Kobe not making it. It's because of the games and the record.
I get what you're saying to a certain extent, but that's not at all related to T-Mac's performance in and of itself.
Right.
His performance was the best. It's just the most sample size.
I mean, if we're being honest, maybe if his teams were better, he would have played on Christmas more. That's a fact. All the best teams play on Christmas.
Yeah.
And he had 3 in Orlando, and
I
love T-Mac though. 43 points a game is savage.
The highest scoring average in Christmas Day history, ahead of Wilt. How often can you say that? T-Mac averaged more on Christmas than Wilt.
But if we're doing the first 3 games of Wilt's Christmas, I bet his average is higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's 50. Yeah, it's probably 50 and a half.
That's what I'm saying. He's been definitely high 40s for sure.
Yeah, I want to check.
I could get that for you.
He's I don't want to know now. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, now you're oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we're not going to consider the whole 60s small white guys narrative anymore. It's T-Mac's going against LeBron James. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's why I couldn't have both guards be old guys. That's why I couldn't do it. I was talking about
another case though is like you said, Russell. T-Mac has 2 of the greatest.
I know
in game scoring. So
that's
a large sample size because we're going all time, and he's 2.
Yeah, he's the only player on my list that played less than 6 games. 6 was my minimum because with 6 you got a nice sample size. You played enough on Christmas. That's 6 seasons you played on Christmas.
If you take Michael freaking Jeffrey Jordan's first 3 games on Christmas and compare it to the 3 games of Tracy McGrady, you would say Tracy McGrady's way better than Michael Jordan, way better than the GOAT. I don't know. I just don't feel like you guys are appreciating these 3 games.
He was my first pick for my second team, and it was a very tough choice.
I originally had him in my first until I realized, damn, he only played 3 out of the. And I couldn't do that.
You have to reward that stuff. That stuff has to matter.
Yeah, he's definitely the best in the second team for sure. He's he's the 6th man for sure.
If you don't want to have LeBron, I'm okay with that. But same thing with Dario said with Oscar Robertson. I'm not taking Scotty out of the team. It can't happen.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Undefeated. Yeah, gotta keep undefeated.
He's absolutely ridiculous, and he's got stats better than Jordan, which is hilarious and impressive.
So before forward seems to be contentious. Center, who are we going? Are we going Wilt or because I know some of us had Bill Russell.
Yeah.
An honorable mention for me was Walt Bellamy. He played. Okay. He played
this guy
games.
Today. Holy shit!
That was who I was. That was one of the dudes I was educating you on last podcast.
Glad you listened, you fuck.
Yeah. Next, you're gonna start telling me how great Nate Thurman was.
Yeah, that ass.
Well, I'm just saying, for centers, I feel like it's less of an argument. Are we keeping Wilt or?
I thought everybody had Wilt as their first team center already.
Oh, perfect. All right, so we're just arguing about the forward.
Yeah. It was between Wilt or Shaq.
All right, fine.
So we're gonna
Majority wins. We'll knock down T-Mac's Christmas perfection to 17.
Scotty Pippen is Christmas perfection. All right, that dude is perfect. He's got stats everywhere.
Okay, I get it. He was 7-0. 6 of those games, he had this nice little role player helping him out named Michael Jordan.
It was a role player on Christmas. It was a fucking role player.
A pretty good role player. Surely. You don't think T-Mac's 3-0 if he's got Michael Jordan role player?
Hey, Wade needed LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It happens throughout the year.
Yo, all I'm saying is Oscar Robertson ain't have no guy averaging 28, 7 and whatever. So Oscar Robinson's the greatest.
We already kept him. We're on phone.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Who are you arguing against, Dario?
I just need this. I'm just arguing for my mans, man.
All right. So our team is Oscar Robertson, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Pippen, Wilt, 6-man T-Man. If that existed. But he would be the all 6-man for sure.
Yeah, if LeBron's quad just like blew out again.
Yeah, we're putting T-Mac in immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately to play forward. Fucking A. All right.
Or groin, sorry. Yep.
This was a lot of fun.
Cramps. If he starts cramping, we'll put T-Mac in.
And we know he does. Heat it up a little bit in the Spurs, and he just started
heat it up a little bit in the building. Turn off all the AC.
I still got all that 2014 hate in me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see this younger Kobe fanboy coming out.
Yeah. I feel like that's the one thing that this whole podcast has done for Dario. It's just like reignited the Kobe flame within him to talk.
Oh man,
it's beautiful.
I feel bad.
Every episode's a Kobe.
I feel bad for just torching Christmas Kobe. I love you, Kobe. Yeah.